So the fallout is just continuing to roll and roll from that whole little spat in the White House, and it's getting really interesting. Trump has halted all U.S. military aid to the Ukraine currently. The White House official confirmed that U.S. President Donald Trump has ordered a complete halt to all military aid to Ukraine, marking a significant shift in U.S. foreign policy towards the Eastern European nation. The decision, reported by Reuters, comes amidst an already strained relationship between Trump and Zelensky following the clash between the two leaders last week. The move sparked immediate concern amongst European allies and raised questions about the future of US support for Ukraine in the ongoing conflict in their country. Now, Europe has unveiled, they then stepped forward, got a whole meeting together, got the whole Avengers squad together, and they unveiled a rival Ukraine peace plan backed by boots on the ground and planes in the air. Starmer unveiled a 4-point agreed to peace plan, though not agreed to by the United States, to keep military aid flowing into Ukraine and to keep increasing economic pressure on Russia. That any lasting peace must ensure Ukraine's sovereignty and security, and Ukraine must be present at any peace talks. In the event of a peace deal, to boost Ukraine's defensive capabilities to deter future invasion. To develop a coalition of the willing to defend a deal in Ukraine and to guarantee peace afterwards. But one crucial line in the remarks detailing the plan caught many people's attention: the willingness to put Western NATO boots on the ground in Ukraine. The UK are prepared to back this with boots on the ground and planes in the air, Starmer said. He also announced a £1.6 billion missile deal for Ukraine, saying this support for Ukraine is unwavering. Tusk reiterated that Poland won't send its troops to Ukraine. Tusk said security guarantees for Ukraine not discussed in the summit. Zelensky said if the US stops funding him, then Europe must give him the money and take it from Russian frozen assets. So let's just get the Russians angrier before the peace. Trump turns on Starmer and allies in the new Ukraine tirade. Donald Trump criticized European leaders, including Sir Keir Starmer, on Monday, deriding their weekend talks over Ukraine and launching a furious attack on Zelensky for saying the peace deal is still very, very far away. In a hint the US could be prepared to withdraw military aid to Ukraine, the president said in his social media post, "This is the worst statement that could have been made by Zelensky, and America will not put up with it for much longer. This guy doesn't want there to be peace as long as he has America's backing." And in a side swipe at Sir Keir and other European leaders, he added, in the meeting they had with Zelensky, they stated flatly that they cannot do the job without the United States. Probably not a great statement to have been made in terms of a show of strength against Russia. What were they thinking? And you know what? No matter who you like and who you dislike in this whole scenario, that is a fact. Why would you, as a show of strength, get up and publicly say, we can't fight you without our buddy America? And America's already said they're not going to join us. So we're telling you, even together, we can't get the job done against you. You the man. That's not what you say to your enemy in a war situation. You want them to stop and think, is it worth fighting all of these people together? European leaders are now confronting the worst case scenario, facing Russia alone. In recent days, the chilling headline reverberated across news publications: Europe's worst nightmare is here. We have to fight Putin without the US. The stark declaration, featured prominently in outlets like Bloomberg and the Financial Post, encapsulate a growing fear among European leaders and analysts as geopolitical dynamics have shifted dramatically in 2025. The prospect of confronting an emboldened Russia under Putin without the traditional backing of the US has thrust Europe into a precarious position, raising urgent questions about things like military readiness, unity, strategic autonomy. Some voices reflected on X, echoed in the news commentary, argue that this moment is an overdue reckoning for Europe. A user identified as Knees remarked, "Good, it's time they step up. We are tired of funding the world's wars," a sentiment that aligns with a strain of American opinion favoring reduced global involvement. The Financial Post similarly suggested that Europe must now fight its own battles, a view that underscores the urgency of bolstering its own defenses. And again, think about this logically. America from across the sea has to come in and be your policeman all the time, supply the funds, supply the backing, supply the boots on the ground, the planes in the air, the technology, everything. And all of you are chilling knowing that America's doing this. It's long overdue that America backs off and deals with America and sorts America out, and the rest of the world sorts themselves out. Those nations are supposed to be focused on looking after themselves, supporting each other. They call themselves NATO and the European Union. Where's the unity? Where's the forward thought? The problem is, it's too late, people. The end is here. The man of perdition is getting ready to take center stage after the rapture. Everything is ready. Again, that quote from Europe last week that said, "We need a new leader to step up now. We need to be independent of America." There's a reforming of the European Union nations that will form into something biblical and prophetic for these end times. And we're seeing these things take place right now. It's an exciting time to be alive. Shalom.